Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a new watch from Fivos, or Fivos watches. This is the PY007B. Now they released one of these versions in the past, but they recently switched factories to a new factory in Hong Kong, supposedly, where they're producing their watches now, and supposedly that's the factory, or one of the main four factories that I know of, that produces much more of the, higher end micro brands, or the more popular micro brands with the better quality. So this is the watch right here, the B variant, which is a nice sunburst blue dial, as you can see here. Now I want to go over some basic specifications first. The price point is $299. I will let you know what I think of that price point towards the end of the video, if it's worth it or not, etc. So we do have a 40mm case, which is pretty nice, pretty typical of a dive watch. We have 300 meters of water resistance with a screw down crown. In terms of thickness, we are looking at 13 millimeters. In terms of lug to lug, we are looking at 47 millimeters. In between the lugs, we have 20 millimeters. We have that screw down crown, which is signed with a little octopus, which is kind of hard to see, but you see it because it's fully polished. So the sides of the watch are highly polished. I did notice a difference in the polishing. It's a bit more mirror-like, and it's a bit nicer on this model than the previous one I reviewed, the PY007 Mark I, we'll call it. So the finishing is really mirror-like, and it contrasts nicely with the brushed finish on the top of the watch and the bracelet as well. I did notice the bracelet is brushed a little finer. It's a bit smoother on the hands. I'm not sure if that's just me or they actually upgraded that. But some main differences that change. You will notice this blue is much deeper and richer than the previous version. As you can see right there, it's a bit darker and it's a bit richer in color. Now they did remove the Cyclops at 3 o'clock. We do not have a Cyclops anymore at 3 o'clock. It's just a plain framed date window with a white background, a chrome lip around it, and black numerals. They also did add a nice little octopus logo, their logo for Fivos, below the 12 o'clock position. Now this bezel is ceramic, of course, just like the previous version, but now we do get a lumed bezel with BGW9 Super Luminova Lume. They say it's 12 times applied. It certainly is much brighter and lasts longer than the previous version, I must say that, which is good. The same lume is also applied on these applied markers, which are placed very evenly, no alignment issues there. Everything seems to be in place there. Chrome lips around the indices as well. So we have our Mercedes hour hand, sword-like minutes hand, a sweeping lollipop seconds hand. Now inside of this watch is the Miyota 9015. Now price point $299, Miyota 9015. Do you see where the discount is? Most brands using NH35 movements are charging $299, $350, even $500 or $400 in some cases from some micro brands. But this watch right here is a 9015 Citizen Miyota movement, which is a high beat movement at 4 Hertz or 28,800 vibrations per hour. They're pretty accurate. And this case is thick enough so you don't really hear that rotor spinning. Some thin dress watches with 9015s, you can kind of hear the rotor spinning. But this one, you can't hear it at all, which is good, because that's kind of annoying. So, getting on to the Miyota 9015, also comes with a 42-hour power reserve. It does have, I believe, 24 joules and a Parashock shock system, which is good if you didn't know that. And let me show you how it basically functions. So we have a screw down crown here. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew it. Comes out. First position is winding. Pretty much the same as any other 9015. Smooth sailing. Second position is your quick set date. Everything fits in the window perfectly. That's good. Final position is your hacking position, so we can set the time here. And it's as simple as that. Let me screw that back in. Now the bezel action, we have a 120 click unidirectional rotating bezel with a coin edge, which is polished. And the bezel action is very, I would say it's a bit like tool-like. It's kind of sturdy. It's pretty precise. But it definitely feels pretty good once it gets going there. So no problems there. Now the crystal, we have a genuine sapphire crystal, which is pretty thick if you could hear that thump. It's a fairly thick crystal, which is good. It does have anti-reflective coating on the underside, which is nice to see. Now let's get to the bracelet. So we have an oyster style bracelet for this kind of Submariner homage we got going on here. Now the oyster style bracelet, I did notice that it really fits in place perfectly. The previous version was a little choppy, removing and adding the bracelet. I already threw this on a strap. I'll throw a picture on the screen towards the end of the video. I threw this on actually Barton's canvas strap. Looked pretty cool. It is summer, so I kind of want to reduce the weight on my wrist. So I tried that out. Looked pretty cool. Felt nice as well, and looked really good as it exposes the lugs. But the bracelet is definitely good quality. We have polished flanks here, as you can see, all around, and on the other side as well. There we go. We are using pins. I mean, this is a $300 watch. Can't really expect everything, which is perfectly fine. It's not hard to size or anything like that. Getting to the clasp, as you can see, nice little octopus detailing here with the Fivos. We get a flip open, 2 buttons, and a milled clasp. So that's also nice to see. Now the case back, as you can see, is brushed, and it's kind of matted in the middle where that nice octopus is. It says automatic divers, 300 meters, sapphire crystal, and I think it looks pretty good. It's screwed down. Also, bracelet does come with solid end links if you didn't notice that. So right now I'm going to do a nice little lume shot for you guys, show you what the BGW9 looks like in the dark. As you can see, it's pretty pitch black in here, and the lume is very good, I must say. It's that nice blue color, kind of like Rolex lume. Not as bright as Rolex, I would say, but it's definitely not too far away. It's definitely good enough for $300, and it's a bit better than the previous version. Here is the Fivos PY007 on my 6.5-inch wrist. It's a 40mm case, and as you can see, it fits rather nicely. Just end to end. As you can see, it doesn't come to sharp points. It kind of just blocks off at the end right there, that 47mm lug to lug width. And it fits rather nice, I must say. So in conclusion, guys, what do I think of this watch? Well, for $299, you are getting a lot for your money. You're getting that 90-15 movement. You're getting a ceramic loomed bezel. You're getting a nice blue sunburst dial or other, color variations if you want to choose one of those. They have a green one or a black one, which is pretty cool. I think the blue is pretty nice, and as you can see, definitely shows, especially even on the camera. The finishing is certainly good for $299. We get a milled clasp, 300 meters of water resistance, ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, all the goodies that mark on your checklist. And I think it's quite a good buy for $299. I would definitely jump on these, as I think these models will sell out pretty quick. So that's pretty much going to be it for today. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Please do check the written article on this watch, which I released yesterday. I'll drop a link in the description below, and I will also drop a link to Fivos where you can check them out. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely hit that subscribe button, like, share with your friends, and also don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to let me know what you think of this model. Take it easy now. Bye.